Hi, folks. This is Sid from 3-Minute Travel Tips and MagicandMickey.com. Welcome to 3-Minute Travel Tips Live. 3-Minute Travel Tips Live is a roundtable discussion with travel professionals and industry bloggers. We're here to talk about vacation topics in a little more detail. Each 30-minute show will feature a segment where we dig just a little bit deeper than our usual 3-minute format. Vacation planning doesn't have to be complicated. We're all about offering video content to help make your vacation experiences memorable. And today's topic is a great example. We're here to talk about best hotels for traveling with families at Walt Disney World Resort. And we've got the lowdown in 30 minutes or less. First, I'd like to introduce our guest. We've got Monday Cleghorn. Monday is owner and president of Magic and Mickey Travel. Magic and Mickey Travel has earned quite an honor within the Disney organization. It is recognized by Disney to be an authorized Disney vacation planner. And also Monday, I understand that Magic of Mickey Travel recently celebrated its 5th anniversary. Monday, congratulations.
Thanks, Sid. I'm so excited. Excited to be here for 5 years.
Oh,
Serving some awesome clients.
Oh, no telling. And it's funny, 5 years, the memories that have been created as far as having guests and all of it. But, yeah, congratulations. It is quite an achievement.
Thank you. We have an awesome team, too.
You're right. And speaking of that, we're going to a first-time guest. I've got Gwen Rowe. Gwen is manager of training at Magic and Mickey Travel. Gwen does all kinds of stuff. Gwen, congratulations as far as being with the agency and our celebrating the 5th anniversary. And how are things up north?
Great. Yes, they're great here.
Excellent, excellent. And finally, we have a veteran of our Hangouts, and that's Tony Orgo. Tony is website and social media marketing manager for Magic and Mickey Travel. Tony, how are things doing with you?
Hey, Sid. Thanks for having me again. Things are great here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, before we get into our main topic, we do have some news to report, and Disney recently announced some packages for summer travelers, and I'd like to toss it over to Monday a little bit to share some of the details of what guests can enjoy and book.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of different offers going on right now. There's a Magic Together package, and then also a room-only package that's going on, promotion that's going on. It's for up to 30% off of your room, and that would be according to what type of resort you stay in. 15% off at value resorts, and 20% at moderates, and up to 30% at deluxe. So get with your travel professional at Magic and Mickey Travel and see what they can hook you up with.
That's some pretty good discounts when you think about it, with summer dates coming up. And as many of you know, Walt Disney World Resort is considered a very popular vacation destination for families. In fact, it may be considered the #1 destination in the world when it comes to family vacations. And when you're looking at offers like what recently has been announced, you're going to find that there are almost 30 different places to stay when you visit Walt Disney World Resort. Each resort has its own appeal. And when it comes to determining which hotel might be best for your family, the choices really can vary. We did something a little bit unusual this time. We surveyed a large number of agents with Magic and Mickey Travel and asked them about their favorite resorts to stay at with guests, with families. And we took the time, had actually over 30 different agents respond, and in reality, they have years of experience, and they've probably booked thousands of clients, so they've got a pretty good handle on the best places to stay. And what we'd like to do today is talk about the top 3 categories as far as at Walt Disney World Resort, and share that information with you. And then below, if you want to dig a little bit deeper, we're going to have a link to the survey so you can go in and actually compare which of the resorts are most popular. But with that, I'd like to actually start off with our value resorts. And Monday at a lot of different options there when it comes to value resorts, but the #1 candidate that came out on top is Disney's Art of Animation. What are your thoughts about Art of Animation?
I absolutely love Art of Animation, and I was not surprised that this was our leading resort in overall categories because the the survey was based on what's good for families, and Art of Animation is a perfect resort for families, especially for families of 5 or 6, because it's hard to place people that have families that size into certain resorts. So with Art of Animation, you've got that family covered. 5 or 6 people in their family, you've got them covered there at that resort, because they have the family suites, and the family suites are just incredible. They have so much to offer for a larger family. Even if you want to stay and you're a family of 3 or 4, it gives you a lot of room. You've got a lot of comfort and some comforts of home there in the family suite, because you've got a bedroom that is separate from everything else, and it's considered a master bedroom, and then you've got a master bath, and of course an additional bathroom, and a little kitchenette area with microwave and refrigerator and sink and all the utensils that you need, to plates, bowls, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got, your little living room area and a dining room area where the bed is actually called an Innova bed, and it's a table, and it pulls down from the wall and makes into a nice full-size bed, very comfortable. And of course the sleeper sofa is a very comfortable full-size bed.
The rooms themselves are pretty spectacular, and I'd like to offer, and we'll try to keep a link here, we've actually done a 3-minute segment on the Art of Animation, so guests, if you'd like to check it out and actually see what it looks like, we'll have a link available for folks to be able to see and watch a full 3-minute segment on it. Gwen, talk about the styling of Art of Animation. I mean, what about it really stands out when it comes for guests?
Well, you've got 4 main movies that they focus on, which is Finding Nemo, Lion King, Cars, and Little Mermaid. And it's very animated. When you walk in the lobby, you see sketches from characters when they just started out, and you see them progress into what they are now. And it's very colorful, very bright, very just really, really animated, really fun. The pool, can I talk about the pool for a minute? Because it's awesome. It's a huge pool, salt water. It's Finding Nemo themed. You can hear music under the water. You can also hear sound effects from Finding Nemo. They've also got a Cars pool. They've also got a Little Mermaid pool. So it's just a really wonderful resort.
It really is. I have to admit. Well, before we go on to our moderate resorts, I should mention that second place came out was Disney's Pop Century Resort, and third was Disney's All-Star Movies. Both of those resorts really do have some attractive features as well from a family standpoint, but I think Art of Animation really is the unique best-of-class service, you might say, when it comes to that. Tony, I'd like to chat with you about going into the moderate categories, and in particular, the most popular location there was Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside Resort. What are your thoughts about this resort?
It's a special resort for me. It was where our family took our first Disney vacation. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and it's great. It's relaxing for the parents. It looks like you're actually visiting New Orleans, and it's just very serene and calming. However, there's still a lot of activity that you can do, so it blends a nice balance of relaxation with Disney activity, and it just feels more like a home rather than a resort. And I could go on a lot about this, but I'm just going to stick with that and just say it's just relaxing, and you've got to experience it yourself.
You're right. There are some unique features, though, when it comes to that resort. And Monday, can you talk a little bit about some of the guest room types that they have over there?
Absolutely. The royal guest rooms are absolutely amazing. They're themed by Tiana. Of course, she's a princess, and she has invited her other princess friends over for the weekend, and so these princesses have brought her gifts, and you can see those gifts throughout the room. Like the faucet looks like an Aladdin's lamp, and then the shower curtain is aerial. Just a lot of little neat features throughout the room, and of course Disney always likes to tell a story. So the
True.
theming in these rooms are definitely they tell a story, and they're just beautiful. And if you've got little girls, this is the perfect place for them to stay. There's also fireworks on the headboard, and that's awesome. There's other room types throughout the resort, and some of those rooms over in the Alligator Bayou, they will sleep up to 5 people. So if you've got a larger family and you need a place for a fifth child, a third child to sleep, then you've got a place for them to sleep, and it's a really neat little area. The way that's themed, they've got an actual it's a little bed that pulls out, and I say little. It actually, my daughter's 18 and she's 5'7", and she can sleep on those beds. So, they're nice sized beds, and it's a great the whole resort itself is themed just beautifully.
I have to admit, it is a unique place to stay. The theming of it, transportation options that you've got there, it stands out as a great choice. And Tony, if I'm right, at times you can find some good pricing options there when comparing kind of Port Orleans Riverside versus Art of Animation. I mean, am I correct in thinking that there's options there as far as
Absolutely, yeah. Because you have the Royal Guest Rooms that Monday just mentioned for families of 5, and I'm sorry, families of 4, the Royal Guest Room. But then they also have the Alligator Bayou section, which can sleep up to 5. And those rooms, they don't cost as much as the Royal Guest Room, so you do have more value. And then there's different levels of each type of room. So you can have a standard view, you can have a pool view, you can have a river view. And so within each of those 2 separate types of rooms, then there are different levels within those. And that's one of the reasons I like it. It just seems to be perfect fit for my family within our budget, but you're getting a lot of added value with that resort.
That's true, Tony. It's true. I tell you, before we go on to our deluxe resorts, I should mention that while Port Orleans Riverside ended up being number 1 as far as choice, second place was Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, and third place is a little bit unique in that some folks may not have thought of this, but the cabins of Fort Wilderness, Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort, and the cabins themselves are kind of a unique experience and worthwhile to. It's worthwhile to consider as well. But Gwen, I think we'll probably want to go on because of timing here to talk a little bit about the deluxe resorts. And number 1 that came out on top for the deluxe resorts is a resort called Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. And currently, right now, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort's been going through some renovations. So it's a little surprising it came out number 1, considering all of the changes that are going on. But Gwen, can you share a little bit about your thoughts about that particular resort?
Well, it's not surprising to me. This was my top. This is what I voted for. This is my favorite resort. It's right there on the monorail by Magic Kingdom. So first off, you've got a very, very convenient resort to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, which is great when you have little kids in strollers because if they're napping, you can roll them right on the monorail, roll them right off, and head to the room. You can view Magic Kingdom from the beach area. There's lots of activities to do, and there's some great surprises now with the new refurbs that they've got going on, the bungalows and which are right over the water. Just really, really awesome resort. You feel like you are in Polynesia. I mean, you feel like you are away. You don't feel like you're in Florida.
That's true. That's true. Well, Monday, I mean, can you talk a little bit about some of the changes that are going on at the resort right now?
Well, of course, there's actually a lot of changes. The bungalows for one. We've been watching the construction going on for a while and seeing those things come to life, and now they're finally there and available to book, and they're just gorgeous. I mean, they sleep up to 8. They have washer and dryer in those bungalows, and then They also have the lobby area now of the resort is all new. It's different. If you haven't been in there in a long time, go in and check it out. It's just beautiful, a beautiful area. And Trader Sam's, I mean, that's coming. Have they opened it yet? I don't think so.
They've had us booked open. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, was it this week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. I think so, and yeah, as I understand, the capacity even at Trader Sam's right now, it's busy. So if you're wanting to visit it, you might want to plan to spend a little extra time just knowing the fact you may be waiting in a line because it is so popular. But before we go and close out and finish out our deluxe resorts, I should mention that Polynesian came in number 1. Second place, and it was very close, was Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and third place was Disney's Beach Club. But before we go in and talk about it, Monday, I should give a little bit of a mention to Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. It is a unique experience there. How would you describe it to guests?
Oh my goodness! It is almost like you're out there in Africa.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're right there. It's like you're on a safari.
Yes.
I mean, just being able to walk out on your balcony if you have a Savannah View room and see the animals. If you don't have a Savannah View room, there are so many locations throughout the resort where you can walk out and see the animals. And now they have these the night vision goggles that you can go out at nighttime and see the animals. And they've got 3 really good table service restaurants at Animal Kingdom Lodge where you can go in, and one of those, Sanaa, you can go in and sit down and watch the animals while you're having dinner. As a matter of fact, we just got to have dinner there just recently, didn't we, Sid? It was delicious.
True. That was true. Well, the quality of the food, it's unusual as far as the types of dishes that they serve there. The Savannah View, like you're mentioning, short of going to Africa, I really don't know that as a guest you can have that kind of experience here in the United States. Yeah. So it really is a special place to visit. And I should mention we do have a 3-minute travel tips segment specifically on Animal Kingdom Lodge. And if you are interested in it, we'll provide a link for you to click so you can go out and see a resort finale, if you will, or for a resort segment on just that alone. But
it's great for families, but it's also great for couples. If a couple just wants to go celebrate, and I know we're discussing families, but you can take a honeymoon there or an anniversary trip, and it's a beautiful place.
That's true, because you're right. It isn't only geared towards families. Whereas if you were to go to Art of Animation, while you could make it a honeymoon destination, that's probably not the first hotel you would think of. But because of the unusual experience with Animal Kingdom Lodge, it really does stand out in a special way. And if you look at the votes, it was very close between it and Polynesian. But before we wrap up, we also asked our agents a few more questions. But in total, we asked them, regardless of category, price, what were your top 3 choices? And what was interesting with the results there is each category was represented in the survey as being it. And third place ended up being, and Tony, I'm going to toss it to you on it, Disney Port Orleans Riverside Resort. And you can see why, I think, really from a value standpoint, that it's a popular choice. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And one thing I forgot to mention before is that it offers an additional transportation option where you can take a boat from your resort to the Port Orleans French Quarter and also downtown Disney, which adds just more to the relaxing feeling and atmosphere of the resort. And there is live entertainment there. They do have a piano player that performs there, and you can get your caricature drawing in the lobby and a lot of other things. So there's so much to mention with that resort that it's just an extra that you won't get at a lot of the other resorts, especially not the other moderates.
That's true. Second place, as far as regardless of category, Gwen, was Disney's Polynesian Resort, and the dining options. I mean, any closing thoughts about Polynesian?
Well, you've got a character meal. Ohana breakfast is fantastic. Stitch, Mickey, Pluto, and Lilo, and it's wonderful, wonderful food. And then the dinner Ohana is also wonderful. I mean, just amazing.
Ohana's
Lots of yes, my favorite. Yeah, so lots of really great things at that resort. You should definitely check it out.
Absolutely. And then the top choice, regardless of category, and it probably comes as no surprise, is Disney's newest resort, and that's Disney's Art of Animation. Monday, any closing thoughts about Art of Animation before we wrap this part up?
Yeah, to tell you how much we enjoy it as a family, we've stayed there 6 times, and it's been open since since 2012. I mean, that should tell you it's a great resort, and it's a great resort for families. And and another thing, all of these resorts are going to have places where you can do your laundry. You're going to have a laundry facility. You're going to have a food court at least at all of these resorts. And Landscape of Flavors at Art of Animation is
wonderful,
fabulous. Yes, I mean their food there, even though it's a food court, it is fantastic food.
And it's so much fun. The whole atmosphere there is just really magical.
It's an awesome resort.
I have to admit, when I walked through the first time I walked through and I saw kind of that Cars Land area and how they recreated, really an animated movie environment. The Imagineers did an outstanding job there. But
absolutely,
go ahead.
I was going to say, even down to the landscaping. I mean, everything there is just so detailed. When you're around Nemo and Little Mermaid, the plants are waxy and look like underwater plants, and then you're out in the Cars Land and it's just really, desert looking. It's just really an awesome resort.
It is. Well, if you want to find more information out about our survey, the survey results, like I said, we're going to have details on it. And you can actually find out more details on it with the link below that's provided. And it really is kind of, I thought, a really nice effort to see how folks are offering opinion. The surveys itself should give you a little bit of insight maybe on what's popular, what stands out, and hopefully we've been able to share some details with that now. But as we start to come to our close of the program, we always have something that we call our tip of the day, and our tip of the day, as always, can be about the topic we've shared today, or it could be about something else. But let me toss it over first to Monday. Monday, what is your tip of the day?
Well, my tip of the day is if you are settled on staying at one resort, you stay there every time you go, try something new. There's so many resorts there. I mean, there's almost 30 resorts at Walt Disney World that you can experience. And, every different resort is themed a different way, and they all tell a different story. So don't just stick to one place. Try it all.
That's a great tip, absolutely. Gwen, what is your tip of the day?
I'm going to bounce off Monday's tip a little bit, and I'm just going to say try different dining experiences as well. There's so many different types of dining experiences, from African food and, to character meals and fine dining. So just get with your Magic of Mickey travel professional about all kinds of different options to choose from.
Excellent. Tony, what is your tip of the day?
Mine involves Disney Cruise Line. They recently announced Star Wars Days at Sea, and there's only 2 per month from January through April of 2016, and they're filling up so fast we're not sure if some of them are no longer available. So definitely contact your travel professional at Magic of Mickey and find out what is left and what you can take advantage of before they're gone.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, my tip of the day is, I'll hold this up. I don't know how well it can be seen. This is a paper fast pass, and these old tickets, if you're a Disney veteran, you're probably very familiar with them. You'd stick your admission ticket into a machine. They'd give you a little paper ticket that allows you to go in and visit Walt Disney, a specific attraction at a certain time. And they discontinued it in favor of the My Magic, my Disney experience and the Magic Bands and all of that. And but these little tickets kind of served as a souvenir, at least for our family. And I'd like to share something else here that I'm dating myself right now, but this is an old ticket book from Walt Disney World back when the time it first opened. You probably heard the phrase an e-ticket, and that's an e-ticket right there. what this is another example of a souvenir. These are the original ticket books that guests were required to purchase if they wanted to go on the attractions. And trying to find one that's complete like this is a little bit difficult. And the reason I bring this all up is, these little souvenirs make wonderful items for scrapbooks. And, it's a great way to kind of, remember some of the experiences you had when you were visiting Walt Disney World Resort, whether it's with the old ticket books and all of that. And it's just something that's a nice keepsake to have. And as I understand it now, this ticket book, just one e-ticket alone, I saw it was on sale at on eBay for $67, $68, and they had a bid for it. So they actually become valuable. And I don't know whether or not the Fast Passes will become valuable or not, but it's
sure
just
they will
something
one day.
that certainly from a sentimental value, it's a wonderful reminder that you can keep as far as your vacation memories, and it's worthwhile to keep those little items after your trip as far as souvenirs. But
excuse me, Sid, real quick.
Sure.
I just thought of another tip of the day. If you guys, bonus tip of the day, real quick. If you go to Disneyland, California, you could still get one of those paper fast passes. So contact us now and hurry up and get to Disneyland.
That's true. That's true. They still are using the paper fast pass tickets over there in Walt Disney World Resort, Disneyland Resort. But
how amazing it is now that we have this new technology with Magic Bands and My Magic Plus. It's great to have those souvenirs. But, look what we're doing, and look what the future holds for us.
Yes, it's like having the Magic Bands themselves. Those eventually are going to become souvenirs as well.
Exactly.
I've got a first-generation Magic Band, and how something like that will happen. But, well, I hate to do it, but we're to a point where we need to wrap it up. As far as time, I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and I'd also like to thank Monday Cleghorn and Gwen and Tony of Magic and Mickey Travel. Well, that's it. In 30 minutes or less. For all your Disney travel needs, reach out to any of the dream makers at Magic of Mickey Travel. And for more travel tips, please subscribe below or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. And you can also reach us on our blog website, 3minutetraveltips.com. Thanks for watching.